Hi everyone and happy Easter. Today I'm going to share with you the best way to kill fungus gnats in your seed starting mix or potting soil. Now, fungus gnats are the bane of all gardeners, especially those of us that have houseplants or are starting seedlings, anything you're doing inside an enclosed environment. And fungus gnats are in most products. Like 99% of topsoils and seedling mix have some form of fungus gnats in them. Now, fungus gnats will lay 100 to 300 eggs. So you can see why an infestation can break out and become the bane of your existence as a gardener and drive you nuts. Because once they lay those eggs and those eggs start hatching, problems occur if we don't get on top of it. So why not prevent it right from the beginning? We know that the life of a fungus gnat is 7 to 10 days. They start laying their eggs at 3 to 6 days, and as those gnats hatch, they lay more eggs. And this is where the problem continues to grow and manifest itself in our homes, in our gardens, in our greenhouses. Anywhere you're growing plants and you're using a soil mix. Seedling mix is no different, no matter what it consists of. And you can go ahead and you can buy, the sticky strips, the mosquito repellent that you add in, BT and all those great things. But why not save yourselves a few bucks and use the method I am going to show you and do it the easy way right up front before you start any seedlings and prevent a gnat infestation before it happens. Those gnats in the seed starting mixes, when you pot up those plants, they are usually in the first 1 to 2 inches of the soil. So if you're starting seedlings in those little wee containers or little wee pellets, they're in there all the way to the bottom of that soil. And when they hatch, they will lay eggs, but they will also eat your plants and do a lot of damage because they will feed on that root system and kill your plants. So there's many reasons why we want to be preventive when we're starting seedlings or growing houseplants or just in general to keep your plants healthy and safe. So I'm focusing just on gnats today because we are in seed starting season and I felt this would be helpful. And as I mentioned, there have been some comments about how to deal with this. So let's get into it. This is the seed mixture I use all the time for starting seedlings. This mixture is pretty much all peat moss. And I've already cut the bag open, but you can see here in the ingredients that is 60-70% sphagnum peat moss, vermiculite core, with some lime for pH adjustment. This is my go-to seed starting mix. It's considered a professional greenhouse quality mix, and it works great. There is nothing organic in this. There is no beneficial microbes in this because it's peat and core. It has worked great. I've been using this product since the start of my YouTube channel. I have tried other products, and I find some of them have just too much stuff that I have to sift out, like tree branches and bark and things like that. This has a little bit of it, but for the most part, it's really good and it's available in my area, which is key. I don't have a lot of big stores where I live in Saskatchewan. It's not a big metropolis here in Canada, so we're limited to what we have. And quite honestly, I'm not paying premium prices off Amazon for everything to get stuff. So this works really, really good and I use it all the time. But this can come with pests in it, like gnats and stuff. I mean, this product and all seed starting soil mixtures go through a factory, and I mean, they harvest this stuff from the woods all over the place. They do not treat them for pests. Okay, so whatever microbes you're getting in your soil mixtures and that's fine, but you're also getting the pests with it. But with seed starting and doing it in my home, I don't want a bunch of gnats flying around when we're cooking and doing things in the house. I do most of my videos in the kitchen. I have grow lights in my kitchen and in my grow setup in my office/bedroom, so I don't want these flying around. And this works great. So for those of you who've been asking how I deal with gnats with my seed starting mix, this works really well, and it's not a lot of work to do it. So let me show you how this works so that you can try it. So you take your seed starting mix. I use this big plastic container from Dollar Store and a wooden spoon dedicated to mixing seed starting mixes or soil mixtures. And I take the bag, and it will hold this 13.2 liter bag, will completely fit in this container. So we're just going to empty this out. And you can see that it's a peat moss based mix, peat moss and coir. It's good that it has lime in to adjust the pH of it, which makes it a lot better. But there's no beneficial microbes, and it's not organic. In Canada, we still use a lot of peat products. I know in the UK, they're trying to get away from that, but in Canada, we use them. And I think, and don't quote me, but I think this is coming from Canada. Yeah, it's a product made in Canada. So we're not impacting the UK with using this product. So once you fill this up, what I want you to do is take a kettle like this. This is a 7-cup or 1.7 liter Smeg kettle. I have boiled the water in here, and it takes 2 of these, so 14 cups or 3.4 liters of water, and dump it in. It must be boiling and scalding hot. So you can see here, I'm mixing this up thoroughly. See the steam coming off of it? It's getting some nice heat into the mixture, and we want to make sure any dry pockets are saturated. So you're looking for, dry spots that need to be saturated, because those are the ones, if you don't get it thoroughly mixed in with the hot water, where you could have a small outbreak of gnats. Now, I have opened seed starting mixes in the past and had gnats come flying out of them. So this is why we do this. In fact, I had a soil mixture in the basement that I had not treated, in a bag, sealed up, and I had gnats flying around the basement. I was trying to figure out why. Well, I went over to that soil because I knew I didn't have any rotting bulbs or anything down there, and it was coming from the soil mix. There was a little hole. So needless to say, in a Saskatchewan climate, I grabbed that soil and put it outside in winter and let it freeze, and got rid of the problem in the basement and treated it after when I went to use it. So keep that in mind when you're doing this. Some of the things you will get in some of this mixture is little pieces of grass. You might get little pieces of bark, that kind of thing. But turn that soil really, really well, get it from the bottom, and mix it up good. And we're just waiting for the kettle to boil the second pot of hot boiling water to add to this. But look at that heat coming off of it. I think I've covered it pretty good. I just like to take that wooden spoon and see, there's a patch. See, there's a patch right there of peat moss, of the seed starting mix that I did not get mixed in. So that has potential for gnats. So that's why we go to the bottom. Just when you think you got it all, see, and there's some of the pieces of wood, not bad. You don't have it all. So that's where the second pot comes in handy. See, you get little pockets that need to be mixed. See, like that. All right, here comes the next kettle of water. So that's the 2. That's 14 cups, 3.4 liters. And look at how that makes a difference just in saturating that soil. Just look how that makes a difference in saturating that seed starting mix. So we're going to mix this in good. Now we're seeing a thicker consistency and a lot of heat. And that's what we want. So get in there, dig in, and work that soil. I don't mind this process of doing this. It's very rewarding to get it ready, and to have some on hand is great. You can see the little bits of vermiculite in the soil, the little white specks or brown specks. But see here, chunks. See, that's on that one, you'll see the lighter brown and then the darker. So that's what we want to get in here. Right down and flip it over. There we go. Looking good. It's a good workout too. See, there's a patch right there that I did not get. So we're going to work that in right now. It's always in the corners of your containers where you run into that issue. See there, look at that. And the odd time I do scoop some out of the container, but that's the way it goes. Go along the edges. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add perlite. And I'm going to add it now. Sometimes I wait till it cools to add the perlite. I am starting to get low on the perlite. I'll have to get some more. I get this from my local hardware store because I have a hard time finding it in any of the big box stores. Try not to use all of it. And I don't measure out how much I put in. I just look at the consistency. If you put more in, it's not going to hurt anything. So, and then we mix that in. And that's going to give some oxygen to this mix. So it's not quite as heavy. Excuse me. I think I inhaled that. And I'm going to dig in here and get it all mixed in, break it down, and try to get that saturated and thoroughly mixed in with the seed starting mix. See, another little pocket. Now I'll just go from the other side and work through right through the middle and the corners. All right, so after I have this thoroughly mixed in, what I like to do is just take it like this, level it out, and you don't have to do this, but I like to do this. Just level it all out. We're not packing it down too much, a little bit. And now we will let the heat do its work. So this container is fairly hot. So we're gonna let that sit there. And I can let it sit on my island, it's not gonna hurt anything. And we're gonna let it cool. And I don't know if you can see here, but the heat is coming off of it. And it's steaming up pretty good. And that is gonna kill anything that's alive for a pest, as in gnats, in this seed starting mix. And once it cools, it's ready to go for use. It's a beautiful thing. And then I just pick these out. See, it's not soaking wet. It's not turning into a big ball. It breaks apart, especially with the perlite in it. So 14 cups of water, boiling hot water, or 3.4 liters is what it takes for one bag of the Jiffy seed starting mix or this seed starting mix. And you want to go for a consistency like this because when it cools, it's ready to use. If it's too wet and you overdo the water, then let it dry out a couple days for use. So kind of plan out your soil, if you're using soil, or if you're using a seed starting mixture. If you're using soil, depending what kind of soil you're using, there may not be many nutrients in there or microbes in there as well. So we will amend that soil after with good fertilizers and other additives that we can add in to make a great soil for the garden. That is the best method you will find, the cheapest and the most economical to killing gnats. I can't recommend it enough, especially in seed starting mixes. It'll save you a ton of headaches later on if you mix up the water, the boiling water in the seed starting mix really, really well. Let cool and then use it to start your seedlings. Right, Maddie? And yeah, I want to wish everyone a happy Easter. Thank you for watching my videos. Don't forget to give me a like, subscribe, and share. And I look forward to hearing from you in the comments. If you have methods that you use to kill gnats or any kind of pest, put it in the comments. Let's share information and help each other. Bye, everybody, and take care. Yes, you're so cute.